Martina is the next. Martina.
Hi, so I'm Martin from Luxembourg. I was impressed today by all these ideas, and we had very nice exchange. I mean, with a lot of different ideas. But what I think that at some point we have too many ideas, and if we want to be very concrete and very practical, and if we want to be able to take all people in different cities, in different countries, we have to be rational. We have to decide what are our priorities. Everybody of us should say, okay, what will be my priority? Today I have to pick up one, and then we should put them together. Because I think that if we want to put all together, our message is not going to be clear. The 15th of May and later, we have to have some claims, very clear claims, very concrete, with a very clear program. Thank you.
Now is Mehmet from Gezi, from Turkey, no? I think you are the only Turkey here coming with us. So thank you for coming here, Mehmet.
Hello. Today I was supposed to make a live mixing for the workshops, which basically means having simultaneous live streams of every workshop and making it available in a single stream where people can use as a reference point, where they can get up to date of the latest thing that is happening about this movement, which connects the live streams to the tweet streams that our friends has made trending today. But we were not really able to integrate these two different kinds of media, and I think this is really important. People really take interest into seeing what we are speaking about, and this gives them more opportunity to participate. So I have to ask you, to the crowd, can you raise your hand if you have a smart device with you? Smart device like a smartphone or an Android. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot. Probably some, yeah, I see some people already not holding their hands up while they're looking at their smart devices. So what I really want from you is that if you also use Telegram, join our group NuitDebout. I don't know if you can, or maybe I will be here, you can find me, and then because tomorrow we'll need more live streamers and more mixers, so if you want to join the live streaming commission, please, I would like to encourage you to do that.
So we need more women coming here to speak, because I have seen more men than women, and this is not parity. We need more women coming here because the future of the revolution is a feminist revolution. So if the women are not here, we cannot continue. So how many people do we have more? Ruben? No? Okay. Do you have... So, Ruben, you are the one.
I just want to share with you just a little reflection. If we talk about communication, it was just one of the key points we have discussed about this morning. If we talk about communication, we have to think about what kind of language are we going to use. This is really important. I mean, but it depends on... We have to think about, before that, we have to think about who are we. I mean, we are rising up, we are fighting with, but who are we? We are not the working class, no anymore. Who are we? We have to talk about it. I mean, we are 99% how Occupy Wall Street, they say. Who are we? And we have to think about, we fight against who? We fight against the neoliberalism. We are fighting with the last wave of capitalism. We are fighting against the financial capitalism, etc. We have to think about it. Above all, the next revolution, maybe it won't be a communist revolution. It is going to be, for sure, a democratic revolution. So we have to talk about democracy. What do we think is democracy? And if we talk about democracy, not only like a way to do democracy, we have to think that to do democracy we have to be feminist. It's not possible to talk about democracy without talking about the whole planet. We cannot talk about democracy if we don't talk about ecology. We can talk about democracy if we don't talk about these whole things. So for me it's really important that we think together about the language we are going to use when we communicate between us. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Paola. I come from Italy and I am involved in the struggles of migrant and precarious workers and the process of the transnational social strike. I would like to tell a couple of questions after the workshop on resistance of today. I think that what was interesting is that two questions interconnected. The one was the struggle against austerity, precarity and the borders, and the other was that about democracy, which is exactly the reasons why we are here today. Because in France, what is happening is exactly a complicated and complex connection between the workers' struggles against the precarization and the democratic issue of this square. So I think that what would be important in the next days, in the next months, is exactly to understand how these two aspects are interconnected and how this square can communicate with those who make experience of precarity and austerity and the regime of the borders. And I think that the question of the strike is about power, how people are able to demonstrate that beside the process of precarization are trying to weaken them, to separate them, to divide them and individualize. The strike is the moment where everybody shows the power of those who produce the wealth of everybody. And the second thing is democracy. Democracy is a way of establishing that power. It's a way of saying, okay, we are gaining something and we are winning something, okay? Democracy is not only, this is democracy, of course, the people discussing, the people deciding, but democracy is also a way of emancipating from precarization. Let's say something like that. We want money, we want wage, we don't want to be poor, we want a minimum wage, we want a basic income when we are unemployed, we want the freedom of movement and the European residence permit, okay? This is something which makes democracy concrete. This is why the strike and democracy are interconnected, and this is why the project of this place in Europe is a European project too, that we need to push forward. And this is something that we are hoping to do also with what we call the transnational social strike, which is a project and also a dream, a way of saying how we can connect the struggles of precarious workers, migrant workers, industrial workers and students across the borders. And we will discuss about it tomorrow. And today, this is what I would like to say. Today in Germany there is a meeting within the Blockupy meeting, which is speaking about France. It's a way of connecting struggles, and we hope that the next meeting of the transnational strike will be here in Paris, because this is a way of connecting the struggles in the place they are actually happening and taking place, like this place.
Okay, now is the turn of Kate.
Charge battery.
Kate, from where?
I'm from London, but I live in Barcelona.
100%.
I just wanted to say that I'm from London and I live in Barcelona. I just wanted to say that maybe it doesn't matter if we don't have any concrete demands. Maybe I mean, I'm talking from the experience in Spain, where one of the main criticisms of the 15M movement at the time was these people don't know what they want. And actually, maybe